Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be taking a look at a set of 3 models from Rebor that have been out for a few years now. When combined, they make a beautiful diorama. You got Hercules the Acrocanthosaurus, you got the Ceranian hind, which is a Tenontosaurus corpse, and you got the Cerberus Clan, which is a trio of Deinonychus. All 3 of these are done in 1/35 scale. They come in the standard Rebor packaging, the black box with the skeleton silhouette on the front. I first heard about these right when the Deinonychus clan was coming out. It was the first time I heard of Rebor. The set looked really cool. I ended up ordering all 3 from Everything Dinosaur. I think they still have them, and you can also get them from Big Bad Toy Store. I actually did a written review for the Tenontosaurus and the Deinonychus for the Dinosaur Toy blog a while ago. So if you want to check out that review, I'll leave a link in the description. Now, each of these models come with a little info card inside the packaging. Gives you a little info where it's found, a little description. This is for the Acrocanthosaurus. The Tenontosaurus did not come with an info card because apparently if you're prey, you don't deserve any information. Well, actually, it gets like one little sentence right here on the Acro card. And the Deinonychus information card. Very nice cards. This gives you a little history on them. Moving on with the review, we're going to first start with Hercules, the Acrocanthosaurus. This was the first dinosaur to be released in this 3-part set. As you can see, it comes with the severed torso of the Tenontosaurus, and it comes on a nice dried riverbed base. This is a really nice model. It's done in a lovely brown with a little bit of tan and a white underbelly. The sail on its back is highlighted with black with brown spots, and there's very faint black striping going down the back all the way to the tip of the tail. It's kind of hard to pick up on video right now, but it's very faint. Very nice touch. You got some striping on the nose right there. Alright, let's take a closer look at the Acro model before we move on to the Tenontosaurus head and the base. The jaw is articulated, about as far as it'll open. The mouth has some very, very nice detail. They used a nice clear coat to give it that wet look. The teeth are individually painted. Real nice head sculpt. I just wish the head was a little bit bigger. It looks a little small compared to the rest of the body. I would just like it maybe like just a hair longer. And you notice the eye does not have a pupil. It's just a gold dot. And the reason Rebor did this was they intended this diorama to be like a nighttime scene. You know, reminiscent of like the African Serengeti with hyenas being the Deinonychus and the Acro being a lion coming in, snatching the prey. And the scales, I do like the scalation on this. I just feel like they're a little oversized for this scale of a model. I mean, this is 1/35 scale. I mean, scaled up, these scales are gigantic. I kind of wish they're a little bit finer. The feet are oversized to help with stability, which I'm okay with because I've had a hell of a time with my King Rex. Every once in a while, he'll fall over. I even have him on the Fallen Queen display base, and he's taken a couple tumbles. I've had to touch him up a few times. And on mine, I do have a factory flaw. This toe claw right here is misshapen. I didn't notice it right away. When I was looking at the model closer, I noticed it. The feet have that like dirty, muddy look, like this thing's been trudging through a river, which I really like. And here's that black striping I was talking about earlier going down the tail. This is definitely one of my favorite Acrocanthosaur models available. I like the new Papa one a little bit better, but this is still a fantastic model. Better look at that gold eye right there. I mean, the mouth detail is just fantastic on this. Teeth are all individually painted. Nice, powerful 3-clawed hand. So look at the belly. Nice, big, thick, robust, muscular neck. Very cool model. Absolutely love this thing. So here's a closer look at the display base. As you can see, it's a dried up, sun-baked riverbed. Got some nice rock detail here. Rebor's always been really good at making nice bases. I mean, lately, some of their newer releases, like the Ankylosaurus, don't have a base anymore. I think it's a cost-cutting measure. But I do like my dinosaurs to come with bases. And underneath it, get the name of the model, part of the skeleton. So, yeah, this guy came out in 2015, I believe, obviously. And now moving on to the Tenontosaurus head. I absolutely love this thing. They did such a nice job with the gore. You can see the rib cage in there. They gave it a nice, wet, shiny coat, so it looks like it's freshly torn off from the body. And you've got the bite marks, which actually line up with the jaw when you place it in there. I mean, it can fit both ways. I've noticed when I have it this way, I kind of have to angle it a little bit because the hand hits the ground. Alright, I'm going to move this guy off to the side now, and we're going to take a look at the other half of this dearly departed Tenontosaurus. Moving on to the Tenontosaurus corpse. This is a lovely dead dinosaur. I wish more companies would do dinosaur corpses. They're great for display. I know Collector has come out with a few, but what Rebor did for this model is just fantastic. It just looks dead. It looks like it's been chewed up. It comes on the dried up riverbed base. This base is actually in 4 pots. I'll take that apart in a minute. But take a look at this thing. Oh, this poor species of dinosaurs. It's always getting preyed on. In every book, it's a Deinonychus ripping this thing up. I mean, this is where the head would fit. I mean, look at that. Oh, I absolutely love all that in there. Nice clear coat. You got some slashes that look fresh on the back. Got the spilled intestines. Kind of reminds me of a Jurassic Park novel, Dennis Nedry, how he ended. Got a couple more bite marks at the base of the tail and near the end of the tail. Absolutely fantastic looking model. Oh. Sorry, I gush over this thing all the time. I've used this thing in so many of my dinosaur photos. Like, a bunch of stuff in my collection have torn this poor thing apart. And the head, let me grab the head. Actually connects pretty well onto this. Let's see. That just looks so cool. So let's take a closer look at this display base, what the underneath looks like. Like I said, it comes in 4 pieces. So reverse everything. So the underside shows the entire skeleton of this unfortunate Tenontosaurus. I'm going to say it again. I really wish Rebor kept the bases with some of their newer releases. You can see the notches on the side where when we get to the Deinonychus trio where their bases will attach. And finally we'll take a look at the final set in this diorama, the Cerberus Clan, aka the Deinonychus trio. So you can see each one of these was done in a different color scheme. I think their names are Shoot, Tooth, and Thrill. I don't remember who's who. I consider this one the Alpha. It's done in a lighter color than the other 2. Now, these models are done a little bit differently. They are posable. You got movable front arms. And the problem with this particular one, the Alpha, is that this peg right here, it's a little too long for the socket. The arm easily comes out when moving it around. I gotta get an X-Acto knife and probably trim this so this fits a little bit better. The body is made out of a rubber material. The tail is bendy, has a little wire in there, so you could get some different poses. The neck is posable also. Now, depending on which way you pose the neck, it does mess with the articulation in the jaw. And I think one of these, the jaw always falls out when I move the neck. But inside, they did, yeah, you can see the jaw's a little crooked when you open it up. Let me focus in on that. There we go. So you can see the teeth are individually painted, which is a real nice job on a model this small. Getting back to the eyes, it's just a gold pupil for that nighttime scene effect. Got a nice row of primary feathers going down the arm. Got that classic Deinonychus sickle claw. Oh, forgot about your arm there, buddy. And each base has their name on it. That one's tooth. Got that nice dry riverbed, which connects with the rest of the diorama. Here's a look at this guy right here. Now, they do have a hard time balancing on their 2 feet. You could most likely end up using the arms to help balance them. I had, earlier you could see this guy was balancing. It was a miracle I got him to stay. But yeah, they're really nice Deinonychus models. I mean, the heads are a little too big for their bodies, but I think that was to help compensate for the mouth articulation. And here's the last member of this clan. Yeah, this is the one where the mouth always falls off depending. If I put the neck up, you can see that, like, the mouth's ready to fall out. I mean, they're easy to pop back in. Just depends where you keep the neck. But yeah, I do like the options to make them a little bit more posable, differentiate them from the others in the set. Better look at that mouth detail. I think they really did a nice job with the feathers. I know everyone gets kind of picky with their feathered dinosaurs. You know, the primary feather's right, is this right, blah, blah, blah. Nice little tail plumage on them. I really like these. It's nice to see something other than Velociraptor for the Dromaeosaurs. So, here's the other two bottom of the bases. So, now we get these guys out of the way, let's get this diorama assembled. And here is the completed diorama. We put all three together. The results are absolutely stunning. This is one of my favorite dinosaur sets in a long time. I've had this set for a couple of years now. I don't have a lot of space to display my stuff. I kind of rotate out some old stuff when I get some new stuff in. I'm always changing my display around. This one has always remained a centerpiece in my collection. It is absolutely one of my favorites. You know, there's a couple little nitpicky flaws, you know, with the mouth articulation on the Deinonychus being loose, the arms popping off. These are display models. They're not meant to be played with. Once you pose everything up and you don't touch it, it's fine. I mean, it's just such a great scene. It's like a snapshot in history. You got the Deinonychus, which brought down their prey. The Acrocanthosaurus coming in, bullying it with its size, taking its share. You know, you can move these guys around, change up the display, you know, make it your own. And I always like stumble with my words with this. I just absolutely love this thing. This is probably one of my favorite products Rebor has ever put out. It kind of makes me a little bit sad that they haven't come through on some of their other planned dioramas. I know, you know, the King Rex and the Fallen Queen, there's supposed to be King Trident, an adult male Triceratops to kind of complete that set. Here we are in February 2019, still no word if that Triceratops ever going to come out. I really wish they did more of this. There could be so many options. You can have an Allosaurus diorama hunting a Camarasaurus or a Camptosaurus, you know, Ceratosaurus versus Stegosaurus. I like things like this. I don't know if this is what everyone wants, but I like making nice dioramas like this, and this set is just absolutely perfect for me. I normally keep this displayed on my nightstand in my room, you know, much to my wife's dismay. Remember, that's my corner, no touchy. I can put wherever I want there. But I always have this displayed with the Rebor Acrocanthosaurus. You know, have a nice little mated pair of acros going around scavenging, taking what they want because of their size. I think the Rebor model isn't... Hello, kitty. Is a nice accent to this set. Sorry about the cat. Doesn't leave me alone when I'm doing these videos. He's either scratching at the door or he just pops in and starts meowing. So anyways, like I said before, I absolutely love this set. I recommend, if you pick up this set, you won't be disappointed. So it's still available on everythingdinosaur.com and Big Bad Toy Store. You'll take your pick. I prefer ordering from Everything Dinosaur. I like supporting them. I've always had great customer service with them. I order all my Papo, Collector, and Rebor from them. Safari, since I'm in the US, I just order directly from Safari Limited. So, well, thanks for checking out my review. I know it's an older set. There's plenty of reviews out there of this one, but I like talking about this stuff, so this is one I've been wanting to do for a while now. So, thanks for checking out the review. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. I'll see you for the next review.